Hey, what's up, man? You good?
Yeah, it's in my phone was overheating, so
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. Can I keep going then?
yeah.
Okay, yeah. So this is what I'm saying. And real quick, if you're not feeling the vibe of this song and what it's talking about in its lyrics, you can also do "Get Up, Get Out," which is more about how like you have to do something with your life and not just smoke weed all the time, or lay in bed all day, or work shitty menial jobs or whatever. So you can also do that one. So that's your other option. But to keep going with this one, so now it's like when I was saying that in a sad way, to remind you. Now fire up the weed because one day I'm gonna burn. Like my voice, the rhythms are quicker, more flowing all in a row. My voice is a lighter timbre. My voice is a lighter timbre, and my voice is quieter. Well, again, that's all connected to the emotion that I'm using with it, which was sadness. Okay, and before anger was the one. What the fuck? Sadness. That was like that. Okay. So, all right. So, which one are you gonna do? You want to do the Outcast song or the Nappy Roots song?
The nappy roots.
All right. You like that better? All right. Like, do you get what it? Do you identify with what it's talking about?
Let me just take another look at it, I guess.
Yeah.
So with the one you just sent me is the Outcast one, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
But yeah, I mean, I liked when I was reading the nappy roots one. I liked it. So
Okay. Yeah. Then go with that one then. Yeah. And do it. Spend. I mean, you could even do. I mean, honestly, you could do at least 30 minutes a day on this one. So try to do that.
okay.
Record yourself speaking to yourself. Write down some visualizations. And then try to say it as many different ways as possible. That's the basic overarching. But now I'm trying to give you the specific ways in which you can do that. Okay. Um, and then after a while, because this is, remember, it's what I was saying before. I just went through all that. It's like this will help you understand your voice in the way of an instrument, because I'm not just telling you say it in as many different ways as possible. I'm showing you the things that you can change and manipulate and move up and down and switch around in order to say it in as many different ways as possible to get you thinking like an instrument. I mean, my teachers have done this all the time. Like if you're in jazz or whatever or rock, they might just be like, "Yo, you got to kill that. Like you got to shred it." And it's like, yeah, you got to play it in a certain way, but also that means you want to play it louder. You want to have a more badass attitude. You got to make your notes come out clearer. But just because, there is no school for rappers, people haven't really often talked about rap in this way, right? But that's what I'm trying to do for you. I'm trying to show you how emotions actually result in musical changes, and that is a part of understanding your voice as an instrument and having that kind of radar to always be like, okay, how are people understanding my voice now? Okay, how are people understanding my voice now? How are people hearing my voice now? And you got to be able to kind of create that, to see it from other people's point of view. That's kind of the goal, is to hear your voice the way other people hear your voice. Because you've just never really had to think about it before, right? You just speak and you hear your voice, but why your voice, you've noticed that, right? When you record your voice, you sound really different.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you've noticed that happens because when we speak individually, we hear our voices mostly through bone conduction, which is your mouth speaks and vibrates airwaves, but then also the sound waves travel up your jaws and in your bones to your ears, rather than like when you speak to me, when Omar speaks to Martin, the way I'm hearing it, it's not through vibrations of my bone, of my jaw or anything, it's through completely airwaves. So we want you to be able to have this perfect understanding of the human voice so that you can do anything with it. And then that's what rapping is. Like, that's what rapping is. So you think this will be helpful for you?
Yeah, there's a lot of things to look at, to work on.
Okay, yeah. Do you have any questions about it?
Let's see. So one thing is when you say to use, like,
yeah,
to say it in as many ways possible. And
yeah.
I know you said pitch, timbre and like dynamics too. But what about rhythm? Like, do you want to keep the same rhythm or change the rhythm up for the like?
Well, for this one at this earlier stage, I would just use whatever rhythm comes to mind. Like this is kind of my point. Is like rhythm takes care of itself after a while. You know, like you ever listen to really fucking early? You ever listen to Curtis Blow?
Nah.
Okay, probably not because he's from like the 1980s or 1980. You know, this is not Run DMC or Chuck D or anyone like that. This is real early shit, and I want you listen because this is my point, right? Is people get too focused on rhythm, and they don't realize that rhythm is kind of a byproduct of everything else working well together in these early stages of writing. So, listen to this.
Clap your hands, everybody, if you got what it takes. Cause I'm Curtis Blow, and I want you to know that these are the breaks. Breaks in the bus, breaks on the car, breaks to make you
Alright, you can hear that, right?
Yeah. Did you do a Vox video on this one too? I remember seeing one.
Yeah. Oh, you saw that too? Yeah, that was me too. Yeah, exactly. So, okay. So, how would you... Obviously, he had rhythm, right? He had his rhythms. Like, what are the... Let me look it up real quick. Curtis Blow, The Breaks, Rap Genius Lyrics. So, okay, but how would you... You heard that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, how would you describe his emotion, though? If you...
He was happy. Like,
What's that?
energetic. Like, he was energetic and like... I don't know if that's an emotion.
No, yeah, that's fine. Energetic, anything else?
Like happy?
Yeah. But does anyone actually talk like that in real life? Like how right? No, it sounded fake. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Right? Because he's like, clap your hands, everybody, if you got what it takes. But come on, man. Come on. Like when you're happy, is that how you express yourself? You would never have that timbre in your voice. So this is like my whole point, is that early rap, they were too focused on the rhythms. They didn't realize how emotions really give rise to the rhythm. Because good rap isn't good rhymes or good rhythms or good tone of voice or good puns. It's when all those things work well together and you can't chop them up. But you have to study them separately so that you can eventually generate these things that are bigger than the sum of their parts. It's about, the German term for it is Gestalt. When you see everything all at once and you can't break it down. So here, I'll send you a real Gestalt, it'd probably be Gestalt theory, I guess. Gestaltism. Yeah. Okay, so that's my point, man. It's like, yeah, the rhythms are important, but if you focus too much on the rhythms, then your emotions will go out the window and you won't be able to imbue your rhythms with emotions. So like here, now listen to something that's much more natural. Alright? And it's still here, we'll talk about it after.
Yo, G,
you know the song?
you can't stop me from rapping, Kenny. Kenny hot. I spit it to the wire, man.
Damn it. Hold on, give me a second.
Too much stuff on my heart right now, man. I gladly risk it all right now. If you could feel glory and what we need to do in the game, good dude and word. Step in the shadow was. This is what I got to say right here, dog. Yeah, turn me up, yeah. What if somebody from the shadow was ill? Got a deal on the hottest rap label around. But he wasn't talking about coke and birds, it was more like spoken word. Said he's really putting it down. And he explained it.
Alright, so I'm playing you that song because I think it has similar emotions to the Curtis Blow song, right? Like, it's energetic and happy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it sounds a lot more natural, doesn't it? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, would you say that?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like there's.
This story said he's really about coke and shadow was turn me up, what if somebody from the shadow was ill?
Oh, there's somebody from the shadow was ill. Got a deal on the hottest rap. Exactly. See, because Curtis Blow is like acting out being happy. He's like a character acting out the act of happiness. But Kanye West actually is happy, and his rhythms show that. So it's like, there's somebody from the shadow was ill. Got a deal on the hottest rap label around. You know, it's like that much more closely mirrors how people talk. Because like let's take one thing, right? It's a lot more, the rhythms flow a lot better. Like Curtis Blow's were kind of stop and start, like clap your hands everybody if you got what it takes. Like the amount of time he stopped between got and what, it's unnatural. Like I would never be like, hey, you got what we need? You know, it just doesn't sound right. But Kanye, so that's doesn't reflect how people actually talk, but Kanye does. So let's take that. There's somebody from the shot that was ill, got a deal on the hottest rap label around. All right, in terms of pitch, what is his voice doing there at the end? Is it going up or down?
Down?
No, up. There's somebody from the shot that was ill, got a deal, going down, and now it heads up on the hottest rap label around. So that's basically how he says it too, right? And when people raise their voice like that in normal everyday conversation, just like this, it lets us know that something else is coming, that idea isn't completed yet, right? He's like, there's somebody from the shot that was ill, got a deal on the hottest rap label around. Does that sound finished? No, because my voice went up. Because when we ask questions, our voice goes up too. It's just the English intonation. It's how people use English, you know? You'd never be like, you would rarely be like, oh, what did you do today? You would be like, oh, what did you do today? And that's what Kanye does. So, and then he completes the idea by bringing the next line down in pitch.
I was ill, got a deal on the hottest rap label around. But he wasn't talking about coke and birds, it was more like spoken word. Said he's really putting it down, and he explained this.
And then his voice comes back down after that part in order to complete his quote-unquote question. There's somebody from the shot that was ill, got a deal on the hottest rap label around. But he wasn't talking about coke and birds, it's more like coke and spoken verb. Except he's really putting it down. You know, his voice goes down. And that's what I'm trying to get you to realize, is like the rhythms and the emotion. Rhythms and emotion are the same thing. Rhythms and emotion are the same thing. Sorry, I'm trying to write this out. And emotions are the same thing. Or they should be so closely identifiable with each other in rap that they might as well be the same thing, you know? So like, that's why when you're like, oh, should I do it to a beat? Or, oh, should I do it with the same rhythm or different rhythms? I'm like, look, man, I know you're a guitar player. I know you know how to play in time to a beat. I know you know what a beat is. I know you can be in time to the music behind you. But what we need to work on is you using your voice in this really natural way, like Kanye West does and Curtis Blow doesn't always, you know?
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, you get me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I know you know rhythm. I know you have rhythm. And so now we kind of just need to teach you like rap's form of rhythm. To be like, yes, this is this, it perfectly lines up, all that kind of shit. Here, let me give you one more example. And of course it's Jean Grey, Style Wars. So let me. Do you have any more questions?
No, I think not.
Okay.
I don't think
Okay.
so.
Yeah. So I think we're pretty good. So I want to give you this last one because it might sound kind of simplistic what I'm saying, but because I'm only using like simple emotions like happy, sad, angry, and of course like they're more complex than that. You can be, you can have a angry sadness or whatever, or like a happiness, an angry happiness almost, or a happy angriness. But this one is way more complex. caps peeled. Feel it like a teen failures. I'm trying to find the right part. Let me just play it, because this is going to be our final example.
I pray y'all still catching the heat still, mashing the grill and potatoes, smashing the caps, pill, fill it like a teen under bleachers. Rally girls, pep rally cheerleaders, sluts named Sally. Either your brain dead or your veins pump nothing. If you ain't saying jeans, but the name ain't pumping, suckers brain ducking. You'll be running your frame tucking to the pain like a Wesley and a King. Say something, knuckle. Fuck you and the man. Dunk on you like a ruckus player. Cut up your layer. I got a luxury layer that needs bucks to pair. So when I jumps, y'all are aiming for the cummerbund layers. Son of a gun, she's 101 tons heavy. Chicks paper like my mama done named the Hun Chevy. Cornflakers, I'll roof you tall like I'm handballs and lose you in a booth or stall. You're a lukewarm, proof off with Luke the law. And I poop scoop your fans and shoot them all. I give a damn, I'll abuse the law. The Judge Mathis in a blindfold, feed him wine, lead him to traffic. We don't have to bust friends and shut the club down.
Alright, you can hear all that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what emotion, how would you describe Jean? How she feels?
She sounded pretty calm.
Calm? Yeah. But like, what's wrong with her calmness? Why shouldn't she be calm?
Because it's like, what she's saying is like, angry, I guess.
Exactly. And exactly, yes. See, because this is what makes her sound unhinged. And I've interviewed her about this song, and this is exactly, it's what I just sent you, so read that when you can. Unhinged. It's like, yes, she sounds really calm, but her words are really angry. So if you met a person like that, you wouldn't be calm, right? You'd be like, oh my god, this person is a mass murderer, and they're gonna fucking kill me. They're just gonna go postal, and they're gonna have, like, the wherewithal to, like, cancel mail deliveries, to cancel their newspaper delivery the next day after they, like, shoot up our post office or something. So exactly, that's what I'm saying, and this is what we have to work, because I've interviewed her on this song, and I said, I asked her, do you purposely structure sentences to fall across the bar line to create a better flow, or what? And she says, no, the rap has to make you feel a certain way. This is exactly what I'm telling you, right? These are Jean's words. The rap has to make you feel a certain way. Whether it's something like Style Wars, where it's supposed to feel a little threatening and unhinged and energetic, and even if it's something that's the same tempo, you can't go into that other song threatening and unhinged, because that would be fucking weird. Yeah, there are secrets that the general consumer doesn't understand, that rhythms and chords all make you feel a certain way, words too. Even pop songs, hits are hits. These songs make you feel a certain way. I absolutely have finally come to understand that in music, I can play around as much as I want. So this is what she's saying. But because she sounds calm, but because her words are so angry, that's when we start to interpret it in a certain way. And my favorite part is right here.
Listen up, I'm Cisco, mixed with whiskey. I know the security, they won't frisk me. I made a material that bounces off your mouth, talks of the foulness, crowds you walk when it deflects back and it hits your limbs.
Right there, because maybe you couldn't hear. This is the song if you want to check out all the lyrics. But this is she's like it's the start of the third verse, and I love it because it's a perfect expression of her emotions in rhythm. And I'll give you the timestamp in case you want to come back to it later.
Made a material that bounces off your mouth, talks of the foulness, crowds you walk when it.
All right, the pause at 250 after she raps when it, because it's a perfect, and I love it because it's a perfect expression of her emotions in rhythm. So she calls herself unhinged, threatening, and like you said, she stays calm but really angry, but her words are angry. So this is the perfect expression because she becomes unhinged by speaking in an unhinged way. She's like, these are the whole words. She's I'm made of material that bounces off your mouth. Your mouth talks of the foulness, crowds you walk when it. And she takes this really weird pause because why I shouldn't stop after I say when it, right? Your mouth talks of the foulness, crowds you walk when it. I'm saying when it. W-H-E-N, sorry. And it's like crowds you walk when it. But she takes this really long pause. And the really long pause, it's almost upsetting. Like, it makes me feel upset. Because how awkward is it when people speak awkwardly? You know? Like imagine yourself in an awkward silence. With, like, I don't know. Whatever. It could be whatever. But she's like, crowds you walk when it deflects back and it hits your limbs. So she takes this really long pause in the middle of a sentence. She purposefully creates this awkward silence to make you feel awkward. And what it also makes you feel is that she's unhinged. But she has made it unhinged not with the way she's saying her words, but how she's saying them in rhythm. And that's why it's a perfect expression of how she naturally feels, but in the rhythms. You see that? Can you hear that? Can you hear me? Hello? You put your headphones back in?
Hello?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. It wasn't working for some reason.
No, yeah, that's cool. So you could hear all that though, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, yeah. I know that last one is kind of complex, so we could come back to it next time. But yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you. And dude, I mean, she's basically, I didn't even realize it, but I guess this is how much I learned from her. She says basically what I'm saying in this interview, right? The rap has to make you feel a certain way. Whether it's something like Style Wars, the song we just heard, where it's supposed to feel a little threatening and unhinged and energetic, or something else at the same tempo, your emotions have to match the rhythms. Yeah, and this is back to her quote. Yeah, there are secrets that the general consumer doesn't understand, that rhythms and chords all make you feel a certain way, and words do that too. These songs make you feel a certain way, even pop songs that are hits. Alright?
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, sorry man, I gave you a lot. I gave you a lot to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I like it though.
Okay, good. Well, yeah. Why don't you take a week or two and check it out, and then we can see and look at your homework and see how all that stuff turned out. All right? I really think this will be helpful to you, though.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, and we can go over our next exercise next time. I'll introduce it to you. And we'll go over that one too. All right, that sounds good. Cool. Yeah, just send me an email when you're ready to meet again. All right?
Okay. So
All right.
like just double check what I have for like I guess the homework.
Oh
is
yeah.
The nappy roots, the reading and practicing the first 4 lines, right?
Yeah.
Then recording myself talking also.
Yeah.
And say write an idea.
Yeah.
Write the same idea in 5 different ways.
We'll do that later. That'll be our next exercise. You can work on that now, but I'm just not going to go over it with you next time because we'll have so much to go through. And the last thing is write 2 visualizations of you rapping. Yeah. Okay, cool. And Jean Grey and that example and Curtis Blow. Yeah, okay, no, yeah, I think that's everything.
So 2 visualizations of the nappy root or just of me like rapping?
Of the nappy roots. Because remember, I'm giving you someone else's words because I don't want there to be any question about whether the words are the right words or not. You know,
okay.
I split it up just like you split up your own. Like, we'll focus on the words and then we'll focus on the technique. So that's kind of what we want to do, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good, man. Have a good weekend.
Thanks, man.
Peace. Yeah, thanks so much, man. Peace.
Yeah.